Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father, let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man, your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would've wore a condom. I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind them. Life is hard, I know. The challenges always go beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grown. And you're a good kid that need good leadership. Let me be your mentor, since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son. Never fall in the escort business, that's bad religion. Please remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch, whether right or wrong. You're a black man, even if it don't benefit your goals. Do some push-ups, get some discipline. Don't cut them corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did. Don't pay to play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand, no throwing rocks and hiding hands, that's law. Don't be ashamed about who you with, that's how he treats your moms. Don't have a kid to hide again, be sure. 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost. Be proud of who you are. Your strength come from within. Lot of superstars that's real, but your daddy ain't one of them. And you nothing like him. You'll carry yourself as king. Can't understand me right now. Just play this when you 18. Dear Sandra, your son got some habits, I hope you don't undermine them. Especially with all the girls that's hurt inside this climate. You're a woman, so you know how it feels to be in alignment with emotion, hoping a man can see you and not be blinded. Dear Dennis, you gave birth to a master manipulator. Even using you to prove who he is a huge favor. I think you should ask for more paper, and more paper, and more paper. I'm blaming you for all his gambling addictions, psychopath intuition, the man that liked to play victim. You raised a horrible fucking person. The nerve of you, Dennis. Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualize them with kinks of an info fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being the beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on Hovio that he keep on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised, and he keeping his child around him. And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Fuck a rap battle, he should die so all of these women can live with a purpose. I've been in this industry 12 years, I'ma tell y'all one little secret. It's some weird shit going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streamlining victims all inside of their home and calling them tender. Then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas. To any woman that be playing this music, know that you're playing your sister, or better yet, selling your niece. To the weirdos, not the good ones. Cat Williams, I gave you the truth, so I'ma get mines. The embassy about to get raided too, it's only a matter of time. Hey, Lil Bron, keep the family away. Hey, Curry, keep the family away. To anybody that embody the love for their kids, keep the family away. They looking at you too if you standing by him. Keep the family away. I'm looking to shoot through any pervert that lives. Keep the family safe. Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't commit to much but his music, yeah, that's for sure. He a narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs. Try to destroy families rather than taking care of his own. Should be teaching you timetables or watching Frozen with you. Or at your 11th birthday, singing poems with you. Instead, he being Turks, paying for sex and popping perks, examples that you don't deserve. I want to tell you that you're loved, you're brave, you're kind. You got a gift to change the world and can change your father's mind. Cause our children is the future, but he lives inside confusion. Money's always been illusion, but that's the life he's used to. His father probably didn't claim him neither. History do repeats itself, sometimes it don't need a reason. But I would like to say it's not your fault that he's hiding another child. Give him grace, this the reason I made Mr. Morale, so our babies like you can cope later. Give you some confidence to go through something, it's hope later. I never want to hear you chasing men cause it's felt behavior. Sitting in the club with sugar daddies for validation. You need to know that love is eternity and trumps all pain. I tell you who your father is, just play this song when it rains. Yes, he's a hit maker, songwriter, superstar, right? And a fucking dead beat that should never say more life. Meet the Grams. Dear Hybrid, I know you probably thinking I wanted to crash your party, but truthfully I don't have a hating bone in my body. It's supposed to be a good exhibition within the game, but you fucked up the moment you called out my family's name. Why you had to stoop so low to discredit some decent people? Guess integrity is lost when the metaphors doesn't reach you. And I like to understand, cause your house was never a home. 37, but you showing up as a 7-year-old. You got gambling problems, drinking problems, pill popping and spending problems, bad with money, whorehouse, soliciting women problems. Therapy's a lovely start, but I suggest some ayahuasca, strip the ego from the bottom. I try to empathize with you, cause I know that you ain't been through nothing. Crave entitlement, but wanna be like so bad that it's puzzling. No dominance, let's recap moments when you didn't fit in. No secret handshakes with your friend, no culture cachet to binge. Just disrespecting your mother, identities on the fence. Don't know which family will love you. The skin that you living in is compromised in personas. Can't channel your masculine even when standing next to a woman. You a body shamer, you go hide them baby mamas, ain't you? You embarrassed of them, that's not right, that ain't how mama raised us. Take that mask off, I wanna see what's under them achievements. Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in, cause you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery. You lied about your accent and your past tense, all is perjury. You lied about your ghost riders. You lied about your crew members, they all pussy. You lied on them, I know they all got you in them. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come. You lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle, this a long life battle with yourself.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Is my mic working? Hello? Hello? Yes, it is. All right. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Are we doing good? Are we doing good? Better be. Okay, so what I got going on today is Abram Preach came out with a video yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before, one and two. And then I went and found, and he's basically reacting. He's talking about Drake and his history of young ladies and like talking to them and stuff like that. And then I found the original video that they had watched. It was only 12 minutes long, so we're going to watch that. And then I found this one video called Drake's Ex Breaks Her Silence. Something is very wrong. And I haven't seen the last two. So those are the three videos we're going to watch. So walking my dog in the backyard. Oh, I can't wait to have a dog. I want a puppy. I've already expressed this to my husband, and it better happen next year. I want a Basset Hound puppy. So, no, Pumpkin would probably love on the puppy, knowing her. All right, let me pull up the first one. All right, and the longest of this video is Abba and Preaches. Yeah, because, well, and it's about the same time, 20 minutes. So. Can y'all do 1.5? I think y'all can do 1.5. I think I've trained y'all in the art of 1.5. Alright. If y'all are ready to get started, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. I can't do normal anymore either. I have a problem watching movies now because I automatically want to make it faster. YouTube has literally ruined me. Mr. Gamer, look how long it took them to get R. Kelly. It's amazing to me when people act surprised that it took them this long about Drake. Look how long it took R. Kelly. He literally married a 15-year-old in 1994. And he finally got sent to prison when? That man went decades. That man went decades. In the grand scheme of things, Drake hadn't been doing it as long. You know? Yep, he married Aaliyah. All right, let's get started.
Today's topic is Drake a predator. Obviously, we'll talk about the beef in general at some point, but I want to talk about this specific.
Okay, that's too fast for me. I can't do it. Maybe it's because I woke up like 2 hours ago. All right, 1, 2, 5.
Specifically, because initially Kendrick called him a certified lover boy, certified pedophile. And he was talking about his crew, how there's a lot of them who are doing this. And now Drake took 3.
Now, I haven't looked myself, but I know Sliggins has said that some of his crew does have some cases. So
3 days, right? At first, all he did was respond to the fake allegation of the child. And he went, "Oh, I don't have no kid. If somebody can find them." And then everyone's like, "So that's what you respond to, but you don't respond to the kiddo stuff?" And then on his latest track, he talked.
Okay, that's one thing I didn't get. That was one thing I didn't get. Out of all the things that Kendrick said, the daughter, is not the most important thing out of that whole song. It's not about the daughter. The daughter, it's like, okay, if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. All right? The daughter wasn't the most important thing about that song. The most important thing about that song is, yo, are you into minors? What's going on?
About it. It's so funny to me because I think he thought this reply track was going to be good, but all it did was dig his hole. He said, "Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. The Epstein angle was the shit that I expected." Why would you expect that? Well, yeah, the internet don't play. So how about we start the one that he brought up out of nowhere for no reason?
Millie Bobby Brown?
Let's say y'all got a 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
She talking about a man in his late 20s this way. What y'all think?
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely.
See, no. I don't care how famous I would be one. Honestly, I would be one of those parents that the child wouldn't make it in the industry because of how picky I am, and because of how they would look at being, I wouldn't work well with others, because there's no way a grown-ass man is texting my 14, 15-year-old. I don't care who they are. And if it's a manager, they can talk directly to me because my child's not 18 yet. Like, bruh. There is no way. There is absolutely no way. Nah. I would be one of those bad parents in like Hollywood or I would be one of those bad parents because one, I gotta be at every scene. Two, why are you messaging my child and you grown? No, you have nothing to say to her. You got something to say, you say it to me. Or we'll go ahead and put it on speakerphone. That way we all can talk, together.
I'm gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
That stays in the text messages.
So he out here texting 14-year-olds saying, "I miss you so much," and texting them about dating and boys. Does that sound like professional development?
He's so shady.
What are you professionally developing her in? Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. She's a producer. Little C, she produced for Drake.
Okay, so the Drake thing. Mm-hmm. You met him, when did you first meet him?
So I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of supported one of my teammates at the time. And
this is when you were in high school?
Yeah, in high school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball.
It's not women's basketball at that point. It's girls' basketball. And if the girl is 18, I can't say anything. But it's a girls' basketball team, not a women's. Women's is WNBA. A high school team is a girls' basketball team. It's not women's basketball. Just saying.
At the time, Drake would have been 29.
He's a big fan of high school women's basketball.
If you say it like that, yeah, it doesn't sound wrong. What Abba is saying is, if you're a man in your late whatevers, you can't be fans of no young woman things.
No! No! What?
You can't. It don't look good. No matter how. Hold on. No matter how. If something happened or since something doesn't happen, if someone has something to say, it's just not gonna look good, and that's a fact. It's just not gonna look good.
I'm not saying it don't look good. I'm just saying he likes hanging around teenage girls. That's it. That's it. Now, I remember a time where Michael Jackson couldn't breathe without people calling him pedo.
It's not the same thing. It was not just the Neverland. It was all the allegations. It was not just the Neverland. It was the allegation of smoking Jesus juice, of drinking Jesus juice, and sleeping in the same bed. We're, I believe, a bit miles apart. Now it's just supporting. There was nothing sexual that was said and everything and stuff. I don't want to be someone that defends, but let's stick to the facts here.
Okay, so let me ask you. Let's stick to the facts, right?
Go ahead.
Your daughter's texting, 14-year-old daughter's texting a 29-year-old man dating advice.
Yep.
I would snatch that phone for her, and I don't care how many millions of dollars she were. I would have snatched it. I would have snatched that phone. No. Any and all adults can message me. Not my child. No. Not until they're 18. Once they're 18, hey. That's their own life to live at that point.
Talking about they miss each other. The fact is he didn't do nothing that we can prove.
That's correct.
What you doing?
What you doing?
What you doing about your 14-year-old?
You're 100% right.
Okay.
You have no business.
It's not like I'm doing conjecture about something. There's no world I know of where a 14-year-old is texting a 29-year-old saying, I miss you so much, and texting them about dating advice with boys.
I can understand that. But the same way, if it was a boy, it wouldn't be the same thing. Because in the eyes of the world, it's not really the same thing.
Listen, sorry, no. If my 14-year-old son is texting a 29-year-old, they talk about each other, I'm thinking something sexual is going on. Absolutely.
100%. But Preach has a point. It's just now starting to, when people look at an older woman with an underage boy, they're just now starting to look at that creepy. For years and years and years, it was a good thing. You know? Like, how many times have we seen reports where when it's a teacher that's a woman, this 29-year-old female teacher had sex with 14-year-old boy. But if it was a girl student and a male teacher, they would attach the R word to it in the title of the article. But when it was a woman with a boy, they wouldn't attach that, and people would have to go under the tweet or whatever and go, don't you mean this? Because for years it's like it's always been seen as the boy getting getting experience from an older woman. Yeah, absolutely. Double standards.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah, and I think most parents would at home too. There is no time or place a 14-year-old is texting a 29-year-old woman, I miss you, and someone not thinking it's sex.
All right, Midna says, I don't know, I don't agree. What don't you agree with? That it's not a double standard? No, I'm Midna. They're literally, I would say within the last 4 or 5 years, they're just starting to change that. You still see it to this day. You still see it to this day. Yeah. That double standard still goes on now. It's less and less. It's less than what it was 20 years ago, but it still goes on now. But it's becoming less and less because people are starting to realize, wait a minute, that's still a child. That's still an adult. Okay, well, most people aren't professionals. Now, that's the problem. Most people aren't professionals. How many tweets have you seen me retweet where they took an underage boy to a strip club and had a grown-ass woman grind on him? Or there was a house party and they had an underage boy with a grown woman grinding on him? Or articles that I retweeted and go, don't you mean it's this? Yeah, no, it still happens.
And they talk about dating all the time.
I'm mad at that.
That's not a gender thing.
I'm mad at that.
Now you might say we might take one more seriously, sure.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
there's no doubt that we would.
Yeah.
There's no
Yes.
doubt that nobody
Yeah.
would see
Cool.
that age difference and think
Cool.
that's weird.
Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
all right.
We're good. We're good.
Okay, so now we got there. We got him taking a lot of interest. And here's the thing.
Unless
no.
we're related.
I'm
Unless-
gonna say something. It's not just
Unless
that
we're
this dude really follows or he's supportive of high school basketball teams. He starts following these girls. He starts contacting them. What business do you have contacting these young women
Yes.
outside of just being supportive at the game? It's not like he was just in the stands. No, he can't do that. But let's keep watching.
Unless, yeah.
Exactly, Ava.
Yeah, unless you're relatives. But even then, that could be like, ugh, fishy.
Oh, I wrote Drake would get the WNBA out of debt if it was full of teenagers. That's foul.
Did y'all hear that? That was funny.
Oh, I wrote Drake would get the WNBA out of debt if it was full of teenagers. That's foul. Drake would get the WNBA out of debt if it was full of teenagers. And that's a fact. Yeah, you want to solve it? Put the young girls in and get Drake to be the face of the franchise. And it won't be Drake just like MJ just dunking. It won't be that. It'll just be Drake hiding behind the sheets.
It's not dunking like that. It's dunking like that.
And it's just some 14-year-old pigtails or some shit and a high school uniform. Why? Anyways.
Imagine that on shoes. Oh shit, is that the new Air Gok Gok?
The Air Pedos? Yeah, the Air Pedos.
I was her teammate, so he followed.
Oh my God. They are so shady. They are so shady.
The Air Pedos? Yeah, the Air Pedos.
I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh, my God.
He followed me, and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, I love Drake. I've always loved Drake, still love Drake. So basically, yeah, he followed me. Maybe a year later is when I built up the confidence to like message him on like some working stuff because I was 18 when I messaged him. And I DM'd him like,
Why is he? Why is he following, bro?
hey,
He knows what the he's doing.
Yep.
Why is he following her on Instagram? For what reason? Just to be clear, I'm saying this because this is not just conjecture. I don't care who this is from, irrespective of the beef. This dude is a straight up weirdo, certified. Call it like it is.
I like the fact that certified has become the man version of period.
It has. It has. Dudes going around saying certified. It's just like a woman saying period, point blank, period. Period. Just saying. But no, I agree. That is really weird and sus behavior. Very weird and sus behavior. It's not a good look. It's definitely not a good look.
Call it like it is.
I like the fact that certified has become the man version of period.
Ben, you now owe me $5 because you typed it out. Just to let you know. Okay? Thank you. But Ben, thank you. Only I can say period, point blank, period. Thank you. It is my line. It is copyrighted.
Call it like it is.
I like the fact that certified has become the man version of period.
Yeah. He said, I never looked twice at no teenager. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never looked twice at no teenager.
Accusations started when footage from a 2010 Drake concert began circulating the internet. Footage where a 23-year-old Drake invites a girl from the crowd on stage, dances with her, smells her hair, massages her shoulders, puts his arms around her, and then starts to kiss her neck.
If that was my child, oh, I would go to prison. I'm gonna let y'all know now I'd go to prison. I would go to prison. I would literally go to prison. Just saying.
Y'all gonna have me get carried away again. I get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you? Oh, that's I can't go to jail yet, man.
Drake walks away.
It's not looking good, bruv.
It's not looking good. Not looking good at all.
17? Why do you look like that? You dick. Look at all this. Well, alright. Well, listen, 17. I had fun. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way the breast feel against my chest. I just want to thank you.
It is a sickness of the
Highest order.
It is deviant, therefore we don't want it.
Now, I can't remember if he put it in the video, but the girl that was on that stage, she has come out and she's basically saying, y'all are weird, and it was a bit, and there was nothing wrong, and she's going back to whatever paper she was writing because she's in college now. So, just to let y'all know, that's what she said. But I still think it's a problem. I still think it's a problem. She may not see it as a problem. I get that. But I still see it's a problem.
You know what I think is
a papaya. This one is lost, my friend. He has done it on camera.
You know what I like about this shit is that you're the Ugandan Shazam. The minute I say stand up for life, and boom, you turn it into this.
And you guys remember one of his associates, Little Baca, was referenced a few times in Kendrick's song, saying he's a predator or whatever.
The same year, Drake would post on Instagram, celebrating the release of Baca Not Nice, a rapper, friend, and member of Drake's record label, OVO, following a stint in jail for allegedly forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution, a weapons charge, and human trafficking.
Oh! Oh! Baca! That don't look good, baby! That don't look good! What?
The now deleted post read, "Something in the air today. A lot of good things happening at once. But this one means the most. Been waiting 11 months. Baca finally home."
I just wonder if he was also banging his girl while he was in jail.
Wow.
Remember when he said that?
I mean, I'm just saying, he did it to Wayne. He did it to Wayne. If he can do it to Wayne, he can do it to Baca, right? Just saying.
Shit about Wayne?
Wayne, yeah.
You know that happened, right? Wayne confirmed it. Yeah, so just to be clear, people saying, oh, Kendrick just spread rumors. No, a lot of what Kendrick said is actually verifiable and provable. He did smash Wayne's girl while he was in jail.
Yep.
Well, he wasn't there.
A year later, in May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber in West Hollywood. Due to their allegedly flirty interaction and
She was Haley Baldwin at the time. She wasn't married to Justin yet, I don't think. No, she wasn't married to Justin yet.
Drake wearing a matching H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even alleging that the two hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party. However, during this time, Hailey did an interview with E! News, revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years at this point, meaning that a 25-year-old Drake first met Hailey when she was just 14.
It's funny how he's meeting all these girls. Okay, it's funny how he's meeting all these young women when they were girls. Right? 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 What's up, Yamato?
Another 14-year-old? Another 14-year-old? You going on dinner dates with her when she hit 18 in public? Another 14-year-old? How many more y'all need? Let's keep watching.
Because you got more?
A now 32-year-old Drake released a song titled Nice for What, featuring the line, "High school pics, you was even bad then." 3 months later, on July 22nd.
I'm sorry, bro. That's crazy.
Okay, the only thing I'm gonna say is this. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire. That's all I'm gonna say on that one.
No, that dude is a little twisted monster.
Later that month, Drake would release a song titled Jaded, featuring the line, "We coulda waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby." And we coulda waited.
We could have waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby. Now, if you take that line and you look back at everything else, bruh. 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 I'm just saying. Oh my God. Oh, it's like Aaliyah singing that song, Age is Nothing But a Number. Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks from 1990. Oh God, when did she come out? She came out with that song before that. Oh my God, I'm having flashback from the 90s. I really am. This is like flashbacks. Holy crap. Yeah, I know Kelly wrote that. Oh my God, bro.
I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby.
Stop snitching. Just a reference, you're saying that no parents would let their daughter do would think it's weird. She said like, oh, okay, I guess it's real, and kept on driving. So just to go back on what you were saying that no parents would have let that shit happen. She did. She was driving anywhere she had in the back, and she said, oh, I guess this is weird.
And just like Aaliyah's parents let that happen too. You know what Aaliyah's parents got from R. Kelly marrying him? When they annulled the marriage, you know what the parents got? The rights to his music. Aaliyah's parents got a big payday for that. Funny how that worked, right? It's real funny how that worked. Don't make me go down that rabbit hole. Don't make me go down that rabbit hole. Because I could talk about that for days. I could talk about that for days. There's a lot of parents in Hollywood that literally sacrifice their children to this shit just so they can get the paycheck from their child. And it is disgusting. Just so they can get that paycheck. Oh, anyway. All right. I almost went on a tangent. I stopped. All right. Let's go.
What I said was very different. I said no parent would let their daughter talk to a 29-year-old man. What I didn't add to that caveat is if they're famous. Because famous people let their kids do weird shit.
Yes!
Okay?
Yes! Yes! They literally, and I'm not trying to sound all like conspiracy theorists, but literally, you're literally sacrificing your child's mental health and well-being for some fame. So they can bring home a bag you wish you could make. And they live vicariously through their child and put their child through this shit. Just so they can make a bag. Come on now.
Cool. That's a whole different thing.
Cool.
But to be clear, this is weird behavior irrespective of anyone. But I'm saying the kinds of people who put their kids in famous situations let their kids do a lot of weird, freaky shit.
That's why when you said that, I believe my face was kind of weird. I went, because of that, the famous people.
Over the years, there's a lot of pictures of Drake wrapped around girls who are 18, 17. Do I think he's hit? Yes, I do. Now listen, you got no business talking to no goddamn teenager. Even if you did, you know better. You should know your managers and everybody around, but they probably not because you just into it.
Period. It's got a T at the end. Period.
Much. So all the stuff Kendrick was saying, it ain't lies. It ain't lies. And there's too many of these instances of this guy talking to... You know what I've never thought in all my years as a 30-year-old? Can I please talk to a teenager for extended periods of time?
Can I please talk?
The literal, one of my life goals is finding ways to talk to them as little as possible, okay? There is no time in my day that I'm like, man, I need a teenager around. You texting a teenager, I miss you so much?
Yeah. Drake! I'm on the side. I got a little bit of tism.
Yoski, nobody said only famous people do it. Just to let you know.
So I don't miss nobody. You know what I mean? That cannot be me.
It's not like he's a teacher. It's not like he's out.
Bro, I'm so scared of teenagers. I don't want teenagers in my live chat. I don't want teenagers watching me. I don't want anyone under 18 years old even watching my live stream. You know why? Because of the shit that comes out of my mouth and what I cover sometimes. I feel like it's highly inappropriate for them to watch me. Because I would know as a parent, I'd be like, why are you watching that crazy loud bitch and with what she's saying and what's coming out of her mouth? I mean, literally. I don't want them under 18 watching me. Shit. I got a bad mouth. Ben, you are not 14. You're a short king, but you ain't 14. I know better than that.
Youth outreach or whatever. There's like no reason to be talking to these people. And listen, a lot of onus should be on the parents who allow for these kinds of listen. But like I said, people in rich or famous areas, they operate in weird ways.
They do.
You know what I mean? Some of them stop parenting and leave the managers in charge of everything.
The weird thing they would do for the advancement of their kids, the weird shit that they would do.
Yep.
Some of these parents, whether it's in dance or acting, whatever, some of y'all parents are pimps.
Hades, if you're 14, you need to get the hell out my chat. I'm letting you know now, Hades. If you're 14 years old, you need to get the hell out my chat. Aren't you supposed to be in school right now? What are you doing here? What? I mean, I don't know if Hades is actually memeing. They're probably memeing. I hope they're memeing. Because you should not be watching me at no damn 14 years old.
And you're pimping the dreams that you had through your
Yeah, I thought
kids.
so, Hades.
Some of y'all are pimps. Let's be honest with each other. The way you guys are operating. But it's good for you. It's good. You're just thinking about the career.
Yeah. And people say, oh, Kendrick just make it. Listen, some of the people that are in OVO are criminals. That's a fact.
What'd you say?
OVO.
You said it like that.
Now step this way.
Step this way. Step this
So
way.
I'll talk about the
Yeah.
rap beef at a different date. But I just want to talk about this portion specifically. Because I think it's telling that people think this is just rap. No. Okay? Where there's smoke, there's absolutely fire with this one. And this was a whole bonfire.
I think.
Yes. Yes. And that's why probably UMG has stepped in and they're trying to call off Kendrick. And Kendrick's like, nah. Remember, Kendrick said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. That's 10. Kendrick said he had 10 tracks. Kendrick said, I ain't stopping. What? True, Hades, I do agree. There are far worse channels. I will give you that.
I think it's a
in
rap.
the middle of the woods.
I think it's a rap battle. It's not a beef.
Junior. Okay, so Junior says, I don't think anything will happen to Drake, to be honest. Most likely not. What's probably going to happen, here's the thing. People do stuff all the time and get away with it. And what a lot of people do, they do it more and more and more and more, and then they start to get more brazen with it. And then once they hit that point, then they finally get caught. R. Kelly is the perfect example. He got more and more brazen with it, thinking that he was indestructible because he had cops on his payroll, he had whole cities on his payroll, he had churches singing his songs, he had choirs singing his songs was done in high school graduations. He thought he was indestructible, and that got to his head. He got more brazen with it, and then he finally got caught. You know? Oh, Natanya, the real winner of this beef was J. Cole. I have seen more comments under under reactors videos of this beef and like on Twitter with people going, guys, I think we owe J. Cole an apology because he was right for backing out. He was right all along. We're sorry, J. Cole. We are so sorry. All right, you made the correct move. If Drake would have made the correct move like you, we wouldn't have gone through all this.
But whatever.
That's a beef. When you're bringing up allegations,
I can understand that. But I think it's still a rap battle. Rap battle's been.
Midna, okay, but Drake isn't like R. Kelly. He doesn't have women literally trapped in his house. Guess what, Midna? R. Kelly didn't start out that way either. You know what R. Kelly did? R. Kelly used to literally pick girls up at high school. He used to sit outside of a high school waiting for girls to come out of the school and pick up one. He used to take them to the local McDonald's. So, yeah, it always starts a little bit, and then eventually people get brazen. P. Diddy's another good example about getting brazen and feeling on top of the world that you can't be stopped. He's another good example.
Vicious, then don't be vicious, exposing motherfuckers. If you go to rap battles, they go through lengths to expose a motherfucker. The beef thing, what I know from a beef is people dying, people shooting up. And I don't think they're gonna come to that way.
What about if they go to jail? What happened to Diddy? It took one court case from Cassie, and now his ass is looking at jail.
That was not a beef. That was not
no, but my whole point is,
Slug for 420. It's amazing to me that Slug is banned from my chat. So just thank you for the 420, Slug. I hated him for his music. Now I can hate him for being a P word. Thank you, Slug, for the song. For the donation.
the difference between rap battles and this shit is because of how mainstream this is. And Kendrick know what he doing when he bringing this shit up. You don't think law enforcement might start looking at this shit?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just saying. Does that not go to a beef status if he going to jail potentially? I'm just asking the question.
No.
No?
No.
So jail is not beef for you?
No.
Just murder?
Yeah.
Or attacking someone physically?
Yeah, that's
one thing I was worried about because of the things they were starting to say to each other. I was scared somebody was going to get shot. I was starting to have flashbacks of the East Coast West Coast beef, because that East Coast West Coast beef was bigger than just Tupac and Biggie. I don't really like calling it the Tupac Biggie beef because it wasn't. It was literally East Coast West Coast beef. It was literally beef between Diddy and Suge. But they used their prospective rappers to fight the beef out. That's what it was really about. Because Suge was dating the baby mama at one point. So that's why I call it the East Coast West Coast beef back in the 90s. But yeah, it was starting to remind me of that for what they were saying. So I was scared something like that was going to happen. I really was.
Beef. I'm gonna be honest with you. If that's beef, then I'd rather have beef than whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, boy. Come find me and catch a fade one. Yeah, catch a fade one. I would much rather that than be facing 20 years because you exposed my secrets.
Hey, don't do secrets.
I'm just saying, but hey, maybe y'all feel different.
Don't do secrets.
I get what preachers say.
Don't do secrets then.
This?
If you're supposed to go to jail, you're supposed to go to jail.
This?
If it was over a beef, too bad. On top of that, you self-snitch in songs.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm not saying, it's not something that I went, excuse me, Mr. Prosecutor, this is what no. It's like, go look at that song and look into it. That's what he did. Bro. That's what he did.
R. Kelly was the same thing. But you have to remember, it was the 90s. They didn't care in the 90s. Look at Alicia Silverstone. Alicia Silverstone was 15 or 16 years old in a movie, literally doing a makeout scene with a dude who was almost 30. No big deal. She was in Aerosmith's, music videos at 15 years old. One of them, she was sitting on a motorcycle backwards, making out with a dude who was in his 20s. They didn't care back then. But now, in 2024, people care about that shit finally. You know? Yeah, and she was on a stripper pole. I mean, they never cared before. When you heard when you heard bands in rock and roll talk about the girls that would travel around, there was a movie about a 16-year-old who was a groupie. Almost Famous. Goldie Hawn's daughter, which I forget her name, but Goldie Hawn's daughter played the girl that it was basically about, Almost Famous. She was 16, traveling around with the band. They didn't care back then. Kate Hudson, yes. Kate Hudson wasn't 16, but the girl she played was 16. Because back then, up until recently, and when I say recently, last 10 years, up until recently, they did not care about a 15, 16-year-old. They didn't care about a 15, 16-year-old being with an adult. Or doing adult things in music videos or in movies. They didn't care. Now, it's different.
It's my fault that you got pictures of you holding on to ladies like, and they 17. Nobody snitching on you.
So it's a rap battle.
That's you.
To me, it's not a
okay?
beef.
You should never be holding a 14-year-old like this.
I've heard more
Nope.
vicious shit in rap battles than this. Vicious stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Drake is definitely into young ones. And anyone who's telling themselves otherwise, I want y'all to explain all of them conversations you be having with 14-year-olds. Go ahead, and I'll wait. I'll wait. I want you guys to give me the reasons why a 30-year-old is out here going on dates and hanging out and texting about dating and boys with 14-year-olds. And I'll tell you what it is. You ready for the word? This is actually one of the few times you can use it. Preach, drum roll, grooming.
The word is grooming?
This is actually grooming.
You think
this is actually grooming?
I'm gonna say this. I can see where ABBA is getting that from, and I don't care what Destiny says. All right, and we may go over that debate him and ABBA got into, because I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't know what the outcome was, but I can see where ABBA gets that from, because that's exactly how I would think if that was my 14-year-old daughter. Or if that was my 16-year-old girl that started having conversations with Drake, and then Drake all of a sudden dating her at 18. Or taking her out on dates at 18. That's how I would think if it was my child. You know?
Think about what's happening. He meets them when they're 14, talks to them about dating. So he's inserting himself, okay? And then once they hit 18, they're going on dates and they hugging up and shit. I've never been with no one underage, but now I understand why this is the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm too famous for...
How are you going... When Drake said that he was too famous, let's let him finish reading
For
it.
clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm too famous for the shit you just suggested.
How long did it take them to get R. Kelly? How long did it take them to get R. Kelly? He was sitting in front of high schools. To me, that verse was a red flag. Ninja Style, 14 years maybe? No, longer than 14. Longer than 14. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of examples of ultra famous people, and it took years to get them.
How many super famous guys have been caught with underage people and been doing it for a long time?
Nobody.
Yep.
How long did R. Kelly operate, even though this man was hanging outside high schools waiting to pick up high schoolers?
Yep.
Couple of months, stops.
What a dumbass saying, I'm too famous. Do you know how many famous dudes get away with diddling young kids all the time?
Thank you.
Is Drake a predator?
I don't know, man.
I feel like that's what everyone's talking about.
Is Kendrick beating his wife?
I don't think people are talking about it. Are they? I think that was briefly mentioned, and everyone's back to Drake like, does he have an 11-year-old? Some big questions being raised. And it's interesting to me because it feels like rap beats today are so different in that regards. It ain't even about the bars half the time now. It feels like who's got the dirt, who got the tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what can be proven.
And you know what?
Think of like his previous beef. Think about Drake versus Pusha T.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember half the bars?
I don't remember.
No, I didn't even remember the beef, I'm gonna be honest. I forgot they even had a problem.
I don't think a person can name a single bar on top of their head for most people at home.
I remember one thing. Drake! The one that tried to hide the kids from the world, but the world would hide that's what the kid came from.
Him hiding the kid. Also the blackface. Because the cover art.
Yeah.
Cover art in these rap beats is really important apparently.
Yes, because that's what you... Think about this. Think about this. Coconut in Barbados.
Coconuts in Barbados.
But think about this. The way that you consume music now is by streaming. So if you're in your car, or even if you listen to satellite radio, what's going to come up is the cover art.
True.
And I listen to satellite radio, and they've been playing all the tracks of the Beast.
Yeah.
And what comes up?
The cover art.
The cover art.
So what you see, the cover art is actually more important than a video clip, because even when you stream from your
you
phone,
don't see the video clip.
You don't see the video clip, but boom!
Nope, you see the cover art. Exactly. All right. So I'm going to go to the actual video they were watching.
The Drake thing. When did you...
Okay, pause. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so the video they were reacting to is by Internet Oddities. They have 72.1K subscribers. This was made 9 months ago. That video, it has 206K views. 206K views. It was made 9 months ago. And this is the video that he got the clips from. No, Day Day, I don't agree with you. He does. You know what Preach is doing? Oh, wait. He did a great job communicating to Destiny. Destiny, not Preach. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing, Day Day, so. But then again, we're also talking about Destiny didn't know what a baby trap was. Okay? Destiny thought a baby trap was one thing when a baby trap is actually another. So I kind of feel that Destiny is kind of out of touch. Just a little bit. Yeah.
The Drake thing. When did you first meet him?
He was a fan of women's high school basketball.
Can you imagine if there was a grown man where throughout his adulthood, well into his 20s and now into his late 30s, he's consistently caught just being really interested in teen girls.
You cannot text a 14-year-old girl, I miss you so much.
We've seen so many examples of this behavior from them.
If I said to you, I was texting a 14-year-old girl saying, I miss you so much, would you not think that's weird?
Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
Okay, so that intro was really good. That intro was really good to this video. All right, good job, good job.
Drake's rise to success is nothing short of impressive. With over 170 million records sold and 193 awards, 36-year-old Drake is ranked as the highest certified digital singles artist in the United States. From his radio-friendly hits to his nice guy image, it's rare to hear anything negative about the artist.
Okay, we got him at 1.5, and he sounds perfect.
However, over the past 14 years, a pattern has emerged, leading to some fans questioning what's going on behind the scenes. The conversation started when footage from a 2010 Drake concert began circulating the internet. Footage where a 23-year-old Drake invites a girl from the crowd on stage, dances with her, smells her hair, massages her shoulders, puts his arms around her, and then starts to kiss her neck. He then says that he's going to get carried away before—
Bro, you can't do that. You can't do that. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? You can't do that. What are you doing?
asking how old she is.
How old are you?
Drake walks away while making a joke about going to jail before turning back to her and saying, 17? Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all of this. He continues saying,
You can't do that, Drake. You can't do that, Drake. What are you doing?
I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your feel against my chest.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no. 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 What are you doing, bro? Oh god, no. No.
He then kisses her on the cheek, as well as her forehead, before ending the bit and continuing the show. Now, it's understandable that this was crowd interaction gone wrong, but him continuing to make sexual comments about her body and kissing her multiple times after learning her age had some fans raising their eyebrows. However, this wouldn't be the last time Drake finds himself around minors. In a 2023 No Jumper interview with—
I would like to say, what's her little name, Lil Co? She is really pretty. She is a pretty girl. I meant to say that the first time we saw her. She is so cute. She's a pretty girl.
Producer Lil Cece, she discusses how she first met Drake, saying that in 2015, she was on a high
Oh, wait, Slug gave me $1, and I didn't read it out. Also forgot, 0 out of 10, not enough, Slug. Sliggins is a... Oh, Slug, I know you're not paying me $1, and you're expecting me to read out your diss at Sliggins. Sliggins can type in my chat. You can't. Okay, buddy? And there's a reason for that. Just saying.
Basketball team. And Drake, being a fan of women's high school basketball, followed both her teammate and herself.
I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her.
At the time, Drake would have been 29. The same year, Drake would post on Instagram, celebrating the release of Baka Not Nice, a rapper, friend, and member of Drake's record label, OVO, following a stint in jail for allegedly forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution, a weapons charge, and human trafficking.
Why would you have somebody like that on your team? Like, why would you have somebody like that on your team? Don't you think that could cause problems for you? you know it's going to get thrown in your face.
The now deleted post read, "Something in the air today. A lot of good things happening at once. But this one means the most. Been waiting 11 months. Baka finally home." 1 year later, in May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber in West Hollywood. Due to their allegedly flirty interaction and Drake wearing a matching H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even alleging that the two hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party. However, during this time, Hailey did an interview with E! News, revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years at this point, meaning that a 25-year-old Drake first met Hailey when she was just 14. A big part of the conversation here is, why does Drake routinely find himself around 14 to 17-year-old girls? What does a 25-year-old man have in common with a 14-year-old? And wouldn't it feel weird to date someone you've always known to be a child right after they legally
Okay, she is a bald one. Okay, now, I will say this. I expect teenagers who are famous people's kids to meet, and when I say meet, literally just meet famous people that are older, because they're meeting them because their parents are famous, okay? Like, their parents may have a party, and, like, famous people come over. I get that, all right? But to communicate with said teenager, no, that's where we cut it off. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't go to, hey, can I get your number? Exactly, Ben. Access for 5. On the note of teenage girls basketball, it does give off the same vibe as those dudes who are really into teenage girls gymnastics or track and field. Yeah.
become an adult? In 2018, a now 32-year-old Drake released a song titled Nice for What?
Tag Nation says he's lucky he ain't in the U.S. or he already would have got. No, he wouldn't have. R. Kelly didn't. Diddy hasn't. No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have. Absolutely not. He is not getting away with this just because he's Canadian. Absolutely not. We got a long history in this country for shit like this happening. Absolutely not. Nobody stopped R. Kelly when he was sitting outside those high schools. I'm just saying. Taking those girls to McDonald's. Nobody stopped R. Kelly.
What? Featuring the line, "High school pics, you was even bad then." 3 months later, on July 22nd, an article titled, "What would you do if your teenager..."
Hint, you said it perfectly. The color green keeps a lot of people safe. There you go. You won comment of the day, Hint.
In 2018, a now 32-year-old Drake released a song titled Nice for What? Featuring the line, "High school pics, you was even bad then." 3 months later, on July 22nd, an article titled, "What would you do if your teenager became an overnight Instagram sensation?" was released by The Guardian, detailing a story about 16-year-old Charlie D'Alessio going viral on Instagram after being tagged in pictures at Coachella. The article describes the photos as Charlotte wearing bodysuits, bikini tops, and jean shorts. Her mother, Christina Ford, recounts the moment she realized how popular the photos were making her daughter, saying, "They were in the back of the car chatting away and checking in on social to say they were in Toronto, just like normal teenagers. And then suddenly Madison was like, oh god, it's Drake FaceTiming us. Should I answer?"
Drake, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? You can't blame people for saying what they're saying about you. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
As Ford drove on, listening to her daughter and her friend chatting away in the backseat with one of the biggest hip-hop stars on the planet, she felt the world as she knew it shifting under the wheels of her car. I thought, okay, she's hanging out with Drake. I guess this is for real. Later that month, Drake would release a song titled Jaded, featuring the line, "We coulda waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby." And 2 months later in September, 14-year-old Millie Bobby Brown would attend the Emmys and mentioned in a red carpet interview that her and 32-year-old Drake text after meeting each other in Australia after...
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, this is bad. This is bad. What are you doing, bro? What? Oh my god. You know, Madden, I get you. I'm more pissed at the parents than at Drake on this. Okay, my mother probably would have snatched that phone out of my hand so damn fast and cussed him out. Oh, God.
he invited her to his concert, and that their conversations mostly consist of Drake giving her boy advice and saying how much they miss each other.
We just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more.
This was the first time Drake's pattern of being around underage girls really began circulating online, with many people speculating what someone with an 18-year age gap can really have in common.
I'm 34 years old. Yeah. If I said to you, I was texting a 14-year-old girl saying, I miss you so much, and she was replying to me, I miss you more, would you not think, hold on here a second, that's weird?
Millie would take to Instagram and defend Drake, saying, why you gotta make a lovely friendship your headline? You guys are weird, for real. I'm lucky to have people in the business extend their time to help me further my career and offer their wisdom and guidance.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What in the hell?
Very blessed to have amazing people in my life. You don't get to choose that for me. It's nice to have people understand what I do. Now get back to talking about real problems in this world other than my friendships. Jeez. However, a month later, as Drake was on tour, blind items began circulating, with people speculating who the noted foreign-born A+ list singer/rapper could be. A year later, on November 25th, 2019, 17-year-old Billie Eilish sat down for an interview with Vanity Fair and revealed that one of the most famous people in her phone is Drake. She would go on to say that Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to.
Oh God. Bro. I bet he is real deep in philosophical conversations with a 14-year-old. True. Billie Eilish, really?
One of the most famous people in her phone is Drake. She would go on to say that Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only texted him, but he's so nice. Like, he does not need to be nice. You know what I mean? Between the Millie Bobby Brown interview and now this one with
You can tell just by how she said all that she's still a child, or was when she wrote that. She was still a child. Just read the sentence that she said. It literally sounds like a child talking.
him, but he's so nice. Like, he does not need to be nice. You know what I mean? Between the Millie Bobby Brown interview and now this one with Billie Eilish, some people really started to question why a now 33-year-old man is in contact with so many children, pointing out that if you remove the celebrity status of everyone, this sort of relationship would never be supported. On October 1st, 2020, Drake rapped on 21 Savage's song, Mr. Right Now, saying the line, "Yeah, said she wanna fuck to some SZA. Wait, cause I used to date SZA back in 08. In 2008, Drake would have been 22, and SZA would have just been 17. In a tweet, SZA confirmed that they did date, but insisted that their dynamic didn't involve anything underage or creepy.
Wait, their dynamic didn't involve anything underage or creepy? Okay, hold on. Okay, so 12 years ago, yeah, so... Okay, so was he dating her like a month before she turned 18? You know what? I'm just going to press play and we're just going to keep it moving, okay? Because I just woke up how many hours ago?
However, the following September, 35-year-old Drake released an album titled Certified Lover Boy with a song titled Poppy's Home, featuring the line, "Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like a Magic City parking lot." This turned heads, as Sierra Canyon is a private school in California that offers classes for pre-K to 12th grade students.
Why is he... Okay, I'm sorry. It's a high school, or it's a school, right?
With a song titled Poppy's Home, featuring the line, "Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like a Magic City parking lot."
Remember how I used to tell y'all, remember how I told y'all that R. Kelly used to sit outside of a high school waiting for teenage girls to come out so he could take them to the McDonald's? Why is this giving me R. Kelly vibes? Why is that line giving me R. Kelly vibes that this is a school? This is a school. What? What? Food shops. I mean, stuff would have came out by now, right? Billy would have definitely exposed if Drake was doing something weird and shit, I'm assuming. Food shops. Do you know any... Okay. People... Why would Billie Eilish turn on Drake? If that's how she got put on and through him got put on to be famous? Why do you think people don't talk about what really happens in like Hollywood and music and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? It took years to get R. Kelly. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. No, I get it, gaming history. I get it. Yep, they get blacklisted. Exactly, Sliggins.
This turned heads, as Sierra Canyon is a private school in California that offers classes for pre-K to
Oh my
12th
God.
grade students, and Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta. As the album
Okay, Magic City is a strip club in a lot of cities, because there's a lot of Magic Cities. We got one here. Oh my God.
contains 21 songs, and Drake was beefing with Kanye West at the time, it's not surprising that this single line managed to be overlooked. It's entirely possible that Drake really is just a nice guy, and perhaps his pattern of talking to underage entertainers is innocent, as he was somewhat of a child star himself. However, dating someone you've known since they were a minor as soon as they turn 18 is bizarre, and no one other than a celebrity would get a pass for this pattern of behavior. Following high school women's basketball as a 29-year-old isn't a common thing, nor is telling a 14-year-old how much you miss them when you're 32.
Stop calling it high school women's basketball. Call it girls basketball. What? Oh my God. Star Chaser says R. Kelly was leaving breadcrumbs through his. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Absolutely, he was.
And bear no relation. Women who claim to have hooked up with Drake all detail a similar, elaborate setup involving security guards, NDAs, getting copies of their licenses, and taking their phones away. So the possibility of a whistleblower coming forward is pretty low, but perhaps in the future, as the—
Nah, I'm gonna tell you now. Eventually, bad stuff is going on. I'm gonna go ahead and say that because you ain't getting me. I ain't getting got. Okay? If bad stuff is happening, eventually it will come out. It could be next week, next month, next year. It could be 10 years from now. But everything will eventually come out. It always does. Sometimes it takes a couple of decades, but it does come out. Just saying.
These child and young adult celebrities, often found around Drake, grow up, will get a clearer idea of what their relationship was really like. Despite Drake's nice guy reputation, his security team has a controversial history. During Drake's first headline tour in 2010, a fan by the name of Jeremy Soriano claimed that one of Drake's bodyguards punched him in the mouth when he tried to compliment Drake at a club in Jacksonville, Florida. During an interview with Fox 30, Jeremy alleged that Drake proceeded to push him and that he had to get 6 stitches by the end of the night. A friend of the victim, who was also a witness, alleges that following the incident, as Drake entered his tour bus, he flipped both of them off and said, "F you, you're nothing." 2 years later, Drake and his team were involved in a massive brawl at a New York City club with Chris Brown, after Chris sent Drake a bottle of champagne as a peace offering. At the time, Chris Brown had been separated from Rihanna for 3 years, and as Drake was hanging around her a lot, Chris figured the gesture would help clear the air. However, according to New York Daily News, after receiving the bottle of champagne, Drake returned it to Chris with a note reading, "I'm still Rihanna."
Oh my God! Oh my God! No! No! Oh God, Drake, I hate you so much. I don't understand how you got famous. I never understood why people like Drake's music. I never understood it from day one. I almost turned my back on hip hop at that point. I did, because I'm like, why? Why? First of all, this ain't hip hop. He's a pop princess. Drake is literally a pop princess. It's not even hip hop. It's, oh God, no. Why? Oh.
Leading to the two groups throwing bottles and glasses at each other. Afterwards, photos of staff members cleaning the glass off the floors emerged, and Drake's team released a statement insisting that Drake wasn't involved in the brawl at all. According to TMZ, in 2016, a server at the popular Hollywood nightclub Delilah claimed that he was punched in the face by one of Drake's bodyguards because he wouldn't get out of the bathroom so Drake could come in and use it in private. According to Insider.com, the server sued the restaurant, the rapper, and Cleveland
Sorry, my phone was ringing. My bad. Let's go back. He's an industry plant, a really obvious one, but nobody seems to care. Nobody does care. Nobody does care. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this, and this may be controversial, all right? And people might get mad at me, all right? So don't come for me. But Sexy Red is another one that's an industry plant. I do not understand how people can listen to Sexy Red. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That is bruh. And Drake, yeah, I think Drake had to be an industry plant. He's a pretty boy. Drake wouldn't have made it in the 90s. Let's put it that way. Drake wouldn't have made it in the 90s. He wouldn't have made it in the 90s. People would have been looking at him sideways in the 90s. Bro grew up with a copper spoon.
Come in and use it in private. According to Insider.com, the server sued the restaurant, the rapper, and Cleveland Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. over the incident. The victim also alleges that Drake ordered the beating after making a throat-cut gesture to his entourage. In a video leaked to TMZ, the victim can be seen on security camera before being punched in the face by a member of Drake's security, while others soon join in on the attack, all while Drake watches. Following the attack and the lawsuit, other employees of Delilah were allegedly afraid to return to work. The next year in 2017, Drake's security team would go viral after a dashcam recording showed them bullying a driver on a street in Toronto, forcing them to the side of the road so that Drake's entourage could bypass traffic. After a driver complained, Drake's bodyguard...
Bro, okay, I'm gonna tell you the reason why this is giving me R. Kelly vibes. Alright? R. Kelly got away with a lot of stuff because the city and, like, the police and stuff like, they let him get away with it because of how much he was, quote unquote, giving to the community and how, like, one of their own made it, you know, and it seems like Drake kind of gets the same privilege. You know? Sven says 50 Cent was the last true gangster rapper. Everyone after him is a poser. I would say mostly everyone after him is a poser, yeah. Xylie is a YouTube industry plant. Don't you think I would have more followers if I was an industry plant? Think about it. I only have 10K. Don't you think I would have more than that if I was an industry plant? Thank you very much. I'm an industry plant, y'all. I know you are. I know you are, Juicy. I miss you, dude. You ain't been here in a while. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, mostly. That's why I was saying mostly, Skip.
Threaten them.
Yeah, that's it. Pumpkin is the real industry plant. Honestly. Pumpkin is the real industry plant.
The side of the road so that Drake's entourage could bypass traffic. After a driver complained, Drake's bodyguard threatened them, saying he'll take his Tesla. That same year, Shawn Mendes would appear on an episode of The Tonight Show and describe his encounter with Drake's security at a weekend concert. According to his story, Shawn Mendes, having previously met Drake a couple days prior, attempted to say hi to him at the show. However, Drake's bodyguard...
Skip was like, no, Pumpkin is the feds. True. True, Skip. No true words have been said about Pumpkin.
allegedly stopped him before he even had a chance to do so, saying, "The next thing I know, I'm in the middle of the weekend show with my arm hooked behind my back. Drake's security guard had me completely at his mercy." He went on to say that
Meaning, I hope you're joking with what you're saying. I know you're joking with what you're saying.
Drake saw what happened and told his bodyguard to let him go, saying, "Don't do that, you don't know who that is." And in 2021, a video went viral alleging a member of Drake's security team was on drugs and barking at people.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it was a part where I knew Drake's security was towed off. I said, "You good, man?" That nigga looked at me and said, "Row."
After going over some of these less than stellar moments, it becomes easier to understand how Drake has managed to keep up his nice guy image over the past 14 years of his career, as it seems as though the musician surrounds himself with a large group of people to keep attention off of him by carrying...
You know what? It just hit me. Okay, hold on. I'll do it after the... Hold on. We're almost done with the video. I'll say it. Hold on.
...out actions on his behalf.
Okay, so that was the end of that. All right. I'm going to go grab my other drink that's in the fridge. And then we're going to watch the next video. But I'm going to explain something real quick before we watch the next video. All right, hold on one second. One second. Okay. Now, I'm going to... Okay, this Wait a minute now. Drake, young people love Drake, all right? And I'm going to be honest, it seems to me a lot of old school heads don't really care for Drake. All right, they might like a song or two, but they're not like all in love with Drake. Like, Drake, But it's funny how he's connected with the kids, though. Because if you think about it, how did he connect with the kids? Through streamers. Through Twitch streamers, Kick streamers. And they have a young audience. That's why the kids love him so much. Because they look at him as one of them because he's hanging out with Kai Cenat and that one idiot. What's his name? Used to be around Andrew Tate a lot. Don't even get me started on academics. Don't get me started on Big Ack. Big Ack is dying right now because he's the #1 fan of Drake. Aiden Ross, yes, hanging out with Aiden Ross and stuff like that. That's how he's so connected with the young kids, because they look at him like, oh, he's one of us. You know, he plays games and he does this and he streams and he's hanging around the streamers. Bruh. Kids see him as a god and he gets off on that. Yeah. Huh. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. I love that beat. I'm sorry. Although, your boy who made that beat has some sus tweets. Not gonna lie. He had some sus tweets. Listen, don't throw stones if you're living in a glass house. I'm just saying. Yep, Metro Boomin was, his tweets came out. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Because these fans will be out here getting your ass. I know, I said, no, not mustard, Metro Boomin, Charlie C. I just said it. Amber Chick, here comes Amber Chick. Yes, Drake is a creep. The end. Now Amber Chick just dropped her mic and left. Oh, okay. Let me get this third video. Hey. Okay. Now, this third video, this popped up on my timeline. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta check something real quick. Hold on. True, Yamato. True. Very true. Okay. Now, this next video is called Drake X breaks her silence. Something is very wrong with Drake. Kendrick tried to tell y'all. And this is by Tisa Tells. And she has 400K subscribers. And I haven't watched this video yet. But I was like, well, it kind of goes with the other two videos I was going to watch. And it's like 19 minutes long. I'm like, yeah, why not? Oh, we'll watch it. Sure. So. All right, I'm going to start her off at 125 because I don't know how fast she talks. Because I can only go with... So I'm not like Matt Pitt that can watch everything at 2 times speed. I can't do it.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are America, you are busy dragging, shading, and doing what else to Drake. Baby, you know we had to jump in and grab some receipts. You know we did, baby. After Kendrick Lamar effectively took away any street cred Drake had, ended his career.
I mean, honestly, he really did. He really did. Drake dead in the water right now.
Made him look like a loser. And also, Drake...
She is pretty, isn't she? She is gorgeous. She got some beautiful eyes. Oh, my God. Ugh, another one I have to hate because she's pretty. All right, call me a hater. I don't care. She's too pretty. Her and Swoop. Swoop pisses me off too because she's so damn pretty. She's nice as hell. I love me some Swoop. Don't get me wrong, but she's too pretty. I'm sorry. I have to hate on you if you pretty. I'm a hater. I drink my haterade proudly. Just saying.
What are you paying your ghostwriters for? Because that's the best y'all could come up with. Something tells me Kendrick.
Okay, that last, I'm going to tell y'all now, that last song, I don't think the ghostwriters wrote that. I think Drake wrote that thinking he was hot. Because there's no way those ghostwriters would have written that. That shitty ass song. That last one that Drake dropped. There's no way they wrote that. There is no way in hell they wrote that. No way. He had to have written that himself. He had to have, because it was horrible.
Wasn't joking when he said, baby, people in your camp are your ops. I'm thinking it might be the ghostwriters doing this. Baby, we have pulled up receipts. Drake said he wanted proof of him, really, and his little dalliances, Diddy-like activities. He wanted proof. Because can't nobody find any, baby. The internet has pulled up the receipts, and we are going to go through all of them. Let's go. Oh, also really quick, if you guys are into the Met Gala, I'm going to be going live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be so much fun.
I love her. I absolutely love her.
We're going to be sitting on the couch. Do we have the right in our pajamas to talk about anybody? No. Will we be dragging your fave? Absolutely. We might even see a few of Drake's ex-girlfriends there. But wait, no, because there's an 18-year-old limit on the Met Gala. So you know what?
Oh! She's like, we might see some of Drake's exes in there. Oh no, wait. There's an 18-year-old. Okay, I love her. I'm sorry. Hold on. No. I got her. No, I'm subscribed now. That's it. She's shady. I respect the shade.
I'll see y'all. Anyway, let's get into this, okay? Let's get into this because we are digging into all of Drake's business, okay? Missy Syob said, MZ Kobe, I don't know, made a really great thread. And baby, go ahead and follow her on Twitter. But let's get into this thread. She said Drake's history of predatory and inappropriate behavior with young women. Baby, this is a thread, and this thread goes down deep. They said a 23-year-old Drake kissing a 17-year-old.
Okay, we know about that one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and skip that one. Haley Baldwin, we know that. Okay, this one I ain't seen. All right, hold on. All right, let's go there, and you'll go to the next one.
Pull up all the receipts. Rumors of Drake, 29, and Haley Baldwin, 19, dating began circulating after they were seen being very affectionate at his Memorial Day party in May 2016. She went to the party with Madison Beer, who was 17, who shared the actual video of her at Drake's Memorial Day party. They were then spotted having dinner together at a restaurant the next day.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at something real quick. No, it's at 1080p. All right.
They reportedly went home together at 2:30 a.m. Drake was wearing Haley's H necklace on his way out because you know he loves to claim all his extra young catch. There they are right there. Now, I know what y'all saying. She's 19. Okay, first of all, it's gross. But second of all, baby, it gets worse. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, once again, once they hit 18, okay, once somebody's 18, I'm not going to tell, I don't have the right to say anything, all right, the way I look at it. However, if it gets strange once you know that you started talking to them, when you find out that they started talking to them about 15, 16, 17, but as soon as they hit 18, you date them. That's where it gets like, okay, bro, wait a minute. Something ain't right. It's almost like you were preparing them. It's almost like you were marinating there for a while. You know? Just saying.
Okay, he wanted receipts. We given him receipts. Again, you're wearing a 19-year-old's H necklace to show y'all are together. baby, and Hailey Bieber looks miserable, like most women that are with Drake. During this time, Hailey did an interview with E! where she revealed she knew Drake for about 4 years. This means Drake met her when he was 25 and she was only 15. They frequently spent time together while Hailey was underage, even inviting her to his 28th birthday, when she was just 17.
Drake met her when he was 25, she was 15. They frequently spent time together while Hailey was underage. Oh God.
Y'all didn't know? Okay.
Axis for 10. Yeah, this is why I thought Drake was never gonna win. Most of his shit is public info. That's why his I fed you info bar was not. Wait, that's why his I fed you info bar was nonsense. Even the potential daughter was in tabloids back in 2015. Yes, Axis. Yes, you are correct, because I found six, not one, not two, but I found 6 articles back in 2015 when they were talking about Drake and this woman celebrating the 2-year birthday of their daughter. I found 6 articles. I went and looked at it myself. And it was back in 2015, and they were celebrating the daughter who had just turned 2. I found 6 articles about it. Yep, I did. I found 6 articles about it.
There were numerous articles. What's going on between Hailey Ballum and Drake? Well, according to the 19-year-old model, Drake is a great friend, but nothing more. Hailey opened up about their friendship on the red carpet with iHeartRadio Music Video Awards on Sunday, telling E! News that the two have been friends for about 4 years. I've known Drake.
Okay, all right. I'm just going to put this out here, all right? And I'm not giving him an out. I am not giving him an out when I say this, all right? But it just, everything coming together, I'm trying to maybe think, like maybe giving a reason, but it's still inappropriate, it's still bad. All right, so I'm not giving him an out. I want to preface to y'all, I am not giving him an out because I know how dangerous y'all can be in my chat, all right? Y'all will cancel me, all right? But think about it. Drake was a child actor, right? Drake was a child actor. I'm pretty sure because of what he was doing, being a child actor, he didn't have much of a childhood. Because he was young and working all those hours and stuff like that. Okay, teen actor. All right, that's still a child. Teen actor. Okay. Is it because he missed his teenage years? Maybe the reason why he thinks? Think about it. He goes and hangs out with people who have teenage audiences, and that's why the teens love him. Is it maybe because of that? Yeah, explain but doesn't excuse. Exactly, Ben. Is it because he didn't have much of a teenage life himself? Thank you, Donnelly. He was a child star into his teens. Thank you, Donnelly. Is it maybe because of that he didn't have much of a normal teenage life? That is on his parents. I do agree, Amber Chick. Yeah, like, thank you, Private Man. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Is he still a teenager in his brain? Is that the problem? That he never truly grew up in his own head? You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, I'm not giving him an out, but I'm trying to understand why. I don't know. Amber Chick said, I get what you're saying, though. I agree. Maybe jail would teach him how to grow up some. Amber! I mean, true. Oh, God, Amber. Amber, you were horrible. God bless you.
Drake for a long time. I don't know if people really know that. Oh, Haley, we know how you know him in a biblical sense, maybe? I don't know. Again.
Yes, Liggins with the cell block one.
This is pictures, I believe, with a 17-year-old Haley Baldwin. Oh, but it goes on. It goes on and on.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What?
A 17-year-old Haley Baldwin. Oh, but it goes on. It goes on and on and on. This is Drake with pictures with, I believe, 15 Haley Baldwin.
My phone keeps ringing. They need to stop.
It goes on and on and on. What else, Drake?
All right, if you watch Drake interviews during his acting days, he was kind of a dork, so you might be onto something. Like, he was kind of a dork. Remember that one that they show where he's sitting at the dinner table and he's talking about something being ignorant? Do you notice how he talked differently? Drake found your stream? Yeah, right, okay. Kendrick did have a line about him still basically being a child in one of those songs. I think Meet the Grams. They're coming at me. They're coming at me. That's who's calling me. Bro, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it is, man.
What is a secret you kept from your parents? When I was...
This is a secret that Haley said she kept from her parents. Let's keep going.
16, I said that I was like going out with my sister and we were just like going out to dinner and we went to the Drake concert instead. They never found out for like years and then my sister and I ended up telling them when we were older.
Okay, I'm not gonna get mad at her for that because listen, I am a 48-year-old woman and there are things that I did as a teenager I would not tell my mother today because she would probably go to whoop my ass today. Okay? And I'm not going to hit my mother back, so I'm going to have to sit there and take that beating. But if I told her some of the stuff I did, she'd beat me. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's normal. Sneaking out, going to a Drake concert, that's normal. That's not nothing. I was bad. Yeah, Xylie's mom built different. Yeah, my mom. Listen, Linda. All right? Y'all think I'm mean? Mm-mm. Mama Xylie puts me to shame. Mama Xylie puts me to shame. Okay? I'm nice compared to her. Amber Chick, I was a whole heathen. Still ain't. Yes, we know, Amber Chick. We know.
What is... Now, she hung out with Drake at the Drake concert, too.
Oh.
No, I know what you're saying. It's just a friendship.
Okay, now wait a minute. Now that's a little something different. Why is she hanging out with Drake at 16 years old?
What would you want your little sister or your daughter doing? I don't know. You let me know in the comments.
The secret.
He also attended Kendall Jenner's birthday party and captioned an Instagram photo with Ruby Rose, Phoebe Dow, and the 18-year-old Hallie, saying, you know, if I could somehow buy a house in, say, I don't know, Jamaica, and then we all, you know, in 2015, he is a creep. Just a creep, bruh. Because honestly, why aren't you talking to girls your own age? Again, the kisses. He's known her since she was 15. This seems like a, what do you call it?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
A Tyga, Kendall Jenner situation, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, true. Tyga and Kendall Jenner.
Again, here we go. There are his broski, his boo, his everything and everything. But, you know, it's normal. Number 3, let's talk about Jorja Smith, shall we? Jorja Smith is so talented and so lovely. Remember when he actually made an album and tried to destroy her and said he was going to stop her career because she wouldn't play ball with him? He's also a weirdo. Let's keep going. Jorja Smith. Drake and Jorja Smith were first linked in early 2017 after she performed on his tour and was later featured on More Life. Now, admittedly, she was 19 and he was 30 at the time. Reports started to surface that they were dating after Drake was seen at a store in her hometown. This is when he did that whole UK drill rapper cultural appropriation. Interesting enough, why does it seem the girls still staying the same age and Drake is getting older? Let's continue. Because, baby, here they are performing together, having fun, laughing in better times. Here is a...
See, if she was 19, I can't say anything. I can't say anything if she was 19. Yeah, exactly. 19 is grown. I can't say anything. If she was 19. Now, if he tried to destroy her, that has nothing to do with her age. It's got to do with he's an asshole. All right? Which I wouldn't doubt coming from Drake, because I think Drake's an asshole. But Yoski's like, but I can squint though. Yeah, but she was 19. I mean, she's already grown. I'm not going to sit there and throw that age at him. Yeah, you know me, Skip. Once they turn 18, it depends. Like, if he just met, he went somewhere and he met a girl that was 18. That's the first time he met her. I ain't saying shit, because she's 18 years old. All right? She can do what she wants to do at 18. Now, if he knew her from the time she was like 14, 15, and he has a habit of doing that, then I'm going to start looking at him sideways going, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now, bro. But if he just met the girl at like 19, I'm not going to say anything. Not about her age anyway.
30-year-old man with his little broski. Now, interesting enough, the following year, he released Jaded and gave some details about the relationship. The lyrics describe a young woman using him and being left jaded. He addresses the age gap and says, you're old enough, but you're still a baby.
Okay, so that was about the 19-year-old then. Okay. If that was about the 19-year-old... Okay, so basically, if that was about the 19-year-old, you really can't use that against him. Because she was 19. You know? He was 19. Can't say anything.
Again, Drake is weird. This seems inappropriate, but I'll let you make your. He said, you had potential. I could have shaped it. You went and caved in. Oh, yeah. We could have waited. I wasn't rushing. Difference in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby. You've shared stories where you did amazing. Things to be loyal, things to be patient. That was before me. I must have changed it. Shifted your focus. Lens looking. Yeah. Again, this grown-ass man, the very worst. The Millie Bobby Brown. Let's get into this. The Millie Bobby Brown, who incidentally enough, Drake was the one that threw in Millie Bobby Brown's name, right? During the Kendrick beef. Drake and 13-year-old Millie...
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't think his ghostwriters actually wrote that song. I really don't. Because he says some really stupid shit. Like, he said, we fed y'all information, but you got your information from, oh God, what was the word he used? Like dummies or something like that. So are you calling yourself that? If you're saying your camp fed the information to him, the stupid shit he said in that song, I'm telling you, I think Drake wrote it. Clowns. Thank you. Clowns. Yeah. These people are going to keep on and we won't have any music artists left. Going to have us listening to Cowboy Carter. It's going to be Cowboy Carter and it's going to be Method Man before we're done. And a little 50 Cent too. We ain't going to have nobody left. Good God.
Bobby Brown first met at a concert in Brisbane, Australia. They both shared photos together of their meeting on social media in November 2017. That's already weird. And for you grown people that don't think it's weird, that's for you. I will say it's inappropriate. Millie posted this photo a week later crediting Drake for taking the photo. Why are you still hanging out with this little kid? And you're not hanging out with the whole cast of Stranger Things. It's just her. Let's keep going. This is getting weird.
Why is he hanging out with any of the cast of Stranger Things when they were babies? Hang out with the adults of Stranger Things, not the kids. See, you know, God knew not to let me have a child. God knew not to let me have a child. God knew it. No, we're not going to give you a child because you would be way too dangerous because of your child. I'm telling you now. I would have been way too dangerous with a child. I really would have. Too dangerous. I would end up in prison. Good God. I don't know how you parents do it. God bless y'all. And I don't even believe in Sky Daddy, but God bless y'all. I don't know how y'all do it. I really don't.
Weirder and weirder and weirder. 2 months later, during a Golden Globes after party, Drake and Millie posed for photos. Millie captioned a post with Drake, "Blessed to have my security be my +1 at the Netflix party." So y'all went to a party together for Stranger Things? According to reports, Drake 31 and Millie...
Again, I can understand her as a kid having to go to these network parties, meeting these adult famous people. But that's where it should end. I'm sorry, I don't see him messaging her as a good thing. Because you're going to meet, all right? She is a famous person. She's going to meet older famous people, but not have a personal relationship with them. That's where the line is drawn.
13 spent the entire night of the party together. Wow, Drake. Oh, it's more. It's more. They said Millie Bobby Brown has a new celebrity BFF, Drake. They said the Stranger Things star hangs out with Drake all night at Netflix Golden Globes after party. It was so amazing, I suppose. Again,
I am too,
believe in
Susie.
Vanity Fair, big Hollywood.
I'm a very dangerous auntie. Very dangerous auntie.
Magazine. It appears that in the strange, pun intended turn of events, Drake, who was the executive producer of Top Boy, spent the entire Netflix Golden Globes after party on Sunday hanging out with 13-year-old Hollywood newcomer and her band of monster-slaying buddies at the Bash, which was held at the Waldorf Astoria, Beverly Hills. An eyewitness spotted the Canadian rapper and the British action hanging out and said the duo were inseparable all night, that they were clearly buddies. Despite the odd pairing, the insider told E! News that the two had a lengthy, in-depth conversation by themselves and many times throughout the night.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm coming to the conclusion that Drake didn't have much of a childhood, and it's like he never grew up. It's like he has Peter Pan syndrome. But it's like he thinks he's a teenager. I really do. I believe he has, like, I think it's called Peter Pan syndrome. It's like he never grew up. Am I a bad person for thinking a guy getting liposuction is turn off? I mean, it's your preference, Susie. I mean, I don't think you're a bad person for thinking that. I think it's just your preference. But yeah, I do. The more I hear this shit, the more I think he never grew up.
It was just the two of them talking in a corner. What were they talking about? What do you as a 32-year-old talk about with a 13-year-old? I don't know. At the SAG Awards that same month, Millie was asked about her new friendship with Drake in the interview. She says, "Drake is my man," and shares how excited she is to meet him. It was to meet him. Drake also wished her a happy 14th birthday. Wow, Drake is so sweet and so caring. Here's an excerpt. But her affinity for dancing isn't limited to her red carpet look. Prompted by a photo she took in November, Millie Bobby also talked about her love for her noted dad dancer, Drake. "Drake's my man. I love Drake. He's amazing." As for how she managed to snap a pic with the rapper, it turns out he'd invited her to his show.
I bet you when Millie said Drake is my man, she meant like, that's my man. That's like my homie. I'm pretty sure she meant it. She didn't mean it like that's my boyfriend. I'm pretty sure that's not what she meant. It don't sound good coming out of her mouth, though, at all. Oh, my God. This is stressing me out, bro.
She said, "This moment was amazing. I was in this dressing room with my whole family. I was like, I just want to say hi." He was like, "Oh, my God." He was having a fanboy moment. I was having a fangirl moment and a Drake moment. This is to a 13-year-old.
Oh, God.
You guys, this is his wish to Millie. "Happy birthday, Mills. Big love for life." He posted her. Wow, such a close relationship. Millie posted a photo wearing a Scorpio merch that Drake sent her a few months later. Wow, that's so sweet.
Ben, I agree. Ben says, I don't know, there's just a lot of examples of I'm sorry what situation. Yeah. Skip, that's a good question. You know, I'm a huge skeptic about this kind of stuff. Has anyone come out and accused him directly, or are people putting this on him because of circumstantial shit? I think right now we're at the circumstantial age. That's why I'm not calling him particular names. I'm just saying it's sus. I think we're at the circumstantial stage right now, Skip. And that's why I personally am just saying it's sus. Because until somebody actually comes out and said, I slept with Drake at this age, this particular underage age, I am personally just saying it is sus AF. Because I truly believe it's sus. And I truly believe, I don't know, it all comes together to me that I feel like Drake never grew up. Honestly. So, basically, it's one of those things that we're going to have to wait and see what happens. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. And that's why there's question marks on my thumbnail and question marks in my title. Because it literally is a question. Donna Lee says, I think it's him trying to protect young actresses based on what he's seen as a child actor. Maybe? Do we have any examples of him doing that for boys? Though? Maybe? I don't know. So, I don't know. But yes, right now it's all circumstantial. That's why I'm just saying it's sus as fuck.
So sweet. In her cover story for W Magazine, she goes in more detail about how exactly she met Drake. She says in the interview, she went out to dinner with him after his concert in November and that they text all the time.
He wants to see me, and I was like, okay, we're going. So I got my outfit prepared. I went there,
Wow.
and he was.
This is a 13-year-old.
Such a fanboy, and I was such a fangirl and honestly, we text all the time now. He helps me with everything, just life lessons. He's amazing. He's a great human
life lesson
being, and we went to dinner afterwards, and we had dinner the next day, and then we met in Sydney. Drake, he wants.
Again, I would be such a bad parent. Or excuse me, I would be considered such a bad parent if my child was in Hollywood. I would be considered such a bad parent. They would slander the hell out of me. Bro. They would slander the hell out of me. Oh my God. I would ruin my child's career. I really would. I would ruin my child's career and then be a bad mother because of it.
Oh. Wow. You doing all that? I guess. In September 2018, Millie revealed even more details about her friendship with Drake. Okay? During an interview at the Emmy Awards, she shared that Drake texts her, I miss you so much, and gives her boy advice. She says he's coming to Atlanta soon and that she's going to be there to see him. This is a
relationship with Drake. Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great.
Okay, we've seen that one. Hold on.
Could you see how the guy was like, what? You and Drake? And the woman was like, he texts you. What advice he gives you? What you mean, boys? Tell me more. And you see how she's like, Anyway, Charlotte D. Acilio and Madison Beer. Oh, Drake been all over Hollywood. In 2018, The Guardian put out an article and it detailed how Charlotte D'Alicio became an Instagram sensation. Her mother explained in an article a story about Drake, 31, FaceTiming Charlotte and Madison Beer. Wow. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. Let's go into...
If they were 18, because they say here they were 18, I can't say shit about that. You can't throw that age at him. You can't. You can't throw the age if they're 18. You can't do that. I'm sorry. Or at least I think you can't do it. I mean, I know some people may look at it sideways, but once they're 18, they're an adult. Listen, once you can join the military, have a gun in your hand, and do things, at 18, you get treated like an adult. I'm sorry.
FaceTiming Charlotte and Madison Beer. Wow. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. Let's go into Bella Harris. This is the weirdest one because it's one that's the most documented. 18-year-old Bella Harris shared a photo with 31-year-old Drake while she was backstage at his concert, which sparked romance rumors and the caption saying, "No place I'd rather be." Okay, innocent enough. Or is it? Drake reportedly shut down a restaurant for a private dinner for Bella in September 2018. He met her in 2016 when she was 16 years old, or sometime earlier.
Okay, so she was 18. So initially I'm thinking, okay, she was 18, no big deal. But now he's known her since she was 16. That's when the sussiness starts to come into play. Because it seems like a lot of them, he knew them earlier, and then as soon as they turn 18, boom. Skip said, wouldn't it be funny if those text leaks, if those text leak and it's him advising them on their taxes? Skip, I'm going to be honest, I would laugh my ass off. I actually would laugh my ass off if it was about taxes, not going to lie. Oh, all right.
There are photos documenting all of this. Again, Bella Harris said, "Too good." I believe this is when she was 16. Very beautiful little girl. Very beautiful indeed. Indeed. I guess you'd have to be 15, 16 to find these cornball antics amusing. At this point, Drake is how old? 50? She also... Oops, sorry, let me get it. I skipped. Hold on. Here we go. She also... Let's get to this other thing right here. Sorry. Okay, here we go. We're almost queuing up. Did I tell you I was going live at for the Met Gala tonight? You ready? She also wished Drake a happy 30th birthday, and he commented on the post. She was 16 when this happened.
Oh, that's not looking good, Drake. That's not looking good, bro. You're not looking good, bro.
For those all being like, they met when she was 18. Maybe. I think it's really inappropriate. Cindy Christine. Oh, there's so many people. So many people. Cindy Christine, who produced on Money in the Grave, said in an interview that Drake had been following her on Instagram for 6 years. At the time of the interview, she was 22, which means Drake followed her when she was just 16. He is definitely on the Tiger plan.
Okay,
Here goes the interview right here.
You know, like I told you, like the past 2 years, I've really been taking producing serious. So 2 years ago, Wise took it serious.
16.
The first person and really the only artist I reached out to was Drake. I never met him, like never spoke to him. I don't know why he's been following me for the past like 6 years. I don't know why. But I'm sure we all can figure out.
Drake he reached out to her 2 years ago when she was 16. However, Drake had been following her for the last 10 years.
We all know why. Yeah, I've never spoken to him, so I'm like, let me just reach out.
Okay, wait now. 16, 22 ain't 10 years. Come on now, girl.
Like, send him some beats. And then he was for it. He was like, all right, dope, send me some. Nothing happened. So then fast forward to this past Grammys. I ran into him. He was at the event. I wasn't even going to go to this event. I'm not even the type to go out. I'm not really like that. So he come up to me.
Because she's a young girl about her business.
Yeah, she probably misspoke.
Business and mentoring young girls is Jake's business.
He was like, yo, you still make beats? I was like, yeah, but I was modeling. So I was like, yeah, I kind of do both.
Wait a minute. She said she reached out. Why did she switch that up? Wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, the girl says she switched out to him. Wait a minute.
I'm sure we all can figure out.
Drake he reached out to her 2 years ago when she was 16. However, Drake had been following her for the last 10 years.
No. She said she ain't never talked to him when she... Wait a minute. Oh, Skip. Wait a minute. Skip caught it. Skip caught it. Hold on. We going back to this. Hold on.
The past 2 years, I've really been taking producing serious. So 2 years ago, why I took it serious?
16.
The first person and really the only artist I reached out to was Drake. I never met him, like, never spoke.
So the girl just said 2 years.
Serious. So 2 years ago, why I took it serious?
16.
The first person and really the only artist I reached out to was Drake.
So the girl just sat on stage and said she reached out to Drake. Which, honestly, he shouldn't have talked back to her. He should have just left her ass on red. I'm going to be honest.
Never met him, like, never spoke to him. I don't know why he's been following me for the past, like, 6 years. I don't know why, but I'm sure we all can figure out.
Drake spent, so he reached out to her 2 years ago when she was 16.
No, she reached out to him. She reached out to him, and my girl here just said that he reached out to her. Yeah, he should have said no and blocked her. Exactly, Sliggins. That's exactly what should have happened.
However, Drake had been following her for the last 10 years.
We all know why. Yeah, I've never spoken to him, so I'm like, let me just reach out, like, send him some beats. And then he was for it. He was like, all right, dope, send me some. Nothing happened. So then fast forward to this past Grammys. I ran into him.
Okay, yeah, because she was 22. So she said 2 years ago she reached out to him. So she reached out to him when she... Okay, so homegirl here got it all fucked up. The girl is 22 at that time that she's talking. She reached out to Drake 2 years ago from the time she talked, which would made her 20. She reached out to Drake when she was 20 years old. Drake had been following her since she was 16. There we go. Yeah, Miss Ma'am needs to get it right, though. I get that, yes. Because people, I'm going to be honest with you, most people watching this are not going to do the math in their head and everything. If the girl was 22 when she was speaking on that stage, Drake had followed her since she was 16. He followed her for 6 years, not 10. Okay? Then she says on that stage that she had reached out to Drake 2 years prior, which would have made her 20. And she says she never spoke to him before. But he had followed me since I was 16. And everybody started joking, going, oh no, we see why. That's dishonest. That's dishonest. Because people are going to think that he reached out when she was 16. Listen, if you're going to get people, you got to get people on the truth. You can't stretch the truth. And you got to make sure your facts are right. I don't care how much you dislike somebody, you got to get the facts right. Because the way she just made this sound, she made it sound like Drake reached out to her. Well, reached out to her, period, but reached out to her at 16. You got to get your facts right. Well, here's the thing. If it was a fuck up, she could have fixed it because you got to go through and edit your video, and I would hope you watch your video before you upload it. So, it could have been a mistake. It could have been a mistake. I'm not saying she did it on purpose because I don't know. But the facts are the facts, yes.
He was at the event. I wasn't even gonna go to this event. I'm not even the type to go out. I'm not really like that. So he come up to me.
Because she's a young girl about her business. And mentoring young girls is Jake's business.
He was like, yo, you still make beats?
She's not a young girl at 20 years old. She is absolutely not a young girl at 20 years old. I mean, she's young. She's still young, obviously. But I'm not going to attach girl in a serious situation. I'm not attaching girl to a 20-year-old. I'm not doing it. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. I ain't doing it.
Like, yeah.
Not in a serious manner. Now, a 20-year-old sit here and try to get mouthy with me, I'm gonna be like, girl, Something totally different. But in a serious situation, when you are literally talking about a man who possibly has inappropriate relations with people who are underage, make sure your language is correct. Swoop would never. Mother Swoop would never.
But I was modeling, so I was like, yeah, I kind of do both. Been balancing out, you know, learning. He was like, all right, send me some. I sent him like 10-pack. And then, yeah, like a couple days later, he sent back Money in the Grave. But I didn't think it was going to come out. Like, I thought he was just being nice or whatever, giving me inspiration. And then it came out a couple months later, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was that the first time you heard?
She was 20. Who cares? She was 20. She was 20, and she literally said that she had never spoke to him before. So you can't even attach grooming to this because he didn't talk to her. Like, there are some situations that I can see where people are like, that's what that looks like. I can see that, but in this situation, you can't say that because she didn't talk to him before she was 20. Come on now. Come on. Look, don't be adding shit that don't make no damn sense because then what you're doing is you're making him a martyr. If you add bullshit on top of stuff that does look sus, people are only going to concentrate on the bullshit and not the sus. You got to come with it correct because if you don't come with it correct, you ruin the whole goddamn thing. Bro, I'm over the video. And I'm taking back my subscribe. Unsubscribe. I'm done. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. The vid was good up until the end. The end was like, girl, you trying to stretch it. You trying to stretch it. Listen, you only need 8 minutes in a 8 minutes on YouTube to get the mid-roll ads. You could have just not put that last story on that video. You could have just completely not put that story on that video. You really could have. That one didn't even have to be inserted. It really didn't need to be there. You only need 8 minutes for mid-roll ads on YouTube. Just saying. I hate people. Hate them. Good gracious. Thank you, Natanya. I appreciate that. She does a lot of videos just hating on fat people. I don't know. I haven't looked at her channel. Oh, she's beautiful. She's still pretty as hell. I ain't gonna take that away from her. She's still pretty as hell. Apparently, that's what this... Oh, let me look. Let's look. I'm gonna look. Hold on. Videos. Not seeing the fat people. I see a lot of celebrity news. Oh, she talks about my girl Chloe, though. Yeah, she does celebrity news. Where's the fat? I don't see the fat people. I see a bunch of people on Ozempic. Somebody got their information wrong. I don't see the fatties. Midna, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, the abuse of it. Because Ozempic has done wonders for me. Just saying. My numbers have never looked so good because of it. Yeah, I don't see fat people. I'm sorry. No, she does celebrity news. No fatties. And listen, I would like to put out there before I get canceled for saying fatties, because Amber Chick made me get canceled myself because reading her comment. I, as an ex-fat person, can say that, all right? I used to be over 300 pounds at just 5'4". Believe me, I was a fatty. It's okay, Miss Susie. Oh, man. Yes, I have lost a lot of weight. But it wasn't because of Ozempic, because I had already lost like well over 100 pounds before I started this Ozempic. The Ozempic, I'm taking it for what you're supposed to take it for, and that's type 2 diabetes. So... yes, y'all stress me out. That's why I'm losing weight, because y'all stress me the fuck out. My chat, my viewership stresses me the fuck out. That's why I'm losing all this damn weight. It's because of y'all. I have now, since I started YouTube, my gray hairs have quadrupled on my head, and I am not eating and I can't sleep, and it's because of all y'all. Amber Chick's like, good, stay motivated, ma'am. Amber, shut up. Shut up. I don't like you anyway. Shit. Yoski's like, I don't like me either. All right, well, that's it. I will say this. I think I'm not going to sit here and label Drake right now, because again, it is all circumstantial, but he definitely has some very sus moments. He definitely has very sus moments. I don't feel comfortable saying a label to it yet. Because I'm one of those that I have to see dead ass proof to put a label on it. I learned from my mistakes of doing stuff like that. So I'm not putting a label on it. I'm just going to say it's sus as fuck. So Xylie lost another 15 pounds with stream. True. Yeah, I just said that, Axis. He has more than one sus things going on. You know what, Skip? I 1000% agree with you on that. These famous people need to hire professional age checkers and put them on payroll. True. Jesus Lord. Do you know what problems, oh my God, now I can't think of his name, James Charles would be out of if he had a professional age checker? Just saying, James Charles. I'm still thinking about you, James Charles. Just throwing it out there. Mister, I had 2 victims, but then took away that apology video where you said you had 2 victims. I'm still thinking about you, James Charles. Anyway, so yes, they need professional age checkers. Amber Chick says, I honestly do not understand parents thinking their kids are around celebrities is cute. I mean, look, it never ends well. That's why I would say, that, I'm telling you, God knew not to bless me with a child. You know what? And that's, listen, here, Nefarious. Nefarious says, I think he's guilty as fuck. Thanks for being objective, though. You have the right to think whatever you think. And I will say this. I can understand where people are looking at Drake and saying what they're saying. I can understand that. I'm not going to fight people saying that. If you notice, I'm not sticking up for him, except for with that last story. That last story, she muddied the waters with that last story. But I'm not sticking up for Drake. I can understand why people are saying what they're saying. But I don't feel comfortable giving him a label yet because I need dead ass proof. Like dead ass proof. You know what I mean? Oh, we're not even going to talk about the James Charles new song. Skip says, I swear if Maddie comes out with a grooming documentary 10 years from now about Sia, I'm going to cry in a corner somewhere. Same. Axis, that's fair, Axis. That's very fair to say. Olivia, I've been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes and you just got the notification? YouTube hates me. YouTube hates me. Alright, guys. I am... Let's see. Is anybody live right now? Let me see if anybody's live. Hold on. Let's see if I can send you to somebody. I don't think I can. Let me see. Who's live? Nope. 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 Nobody's live. So we're just going to do the ending. About the professional age checkers, whether the person's already sick in the head like EDP or mini lad. Well, at least there's some kind of fucking barrier. Yeah, I would have lost it too, Stripes. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Y'all have a great day and evening. I'm probably going to shoot a video because Miss Daisy went the hell off on Twitter yesterday, and I'm thinking that I might do a video, like might record a video, or we'll just do it in the live stream tomorrow. I don't know yet. I haven't figured out what I want to do. Anyway, y'all have a great night, or day, and night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Peace out.
In love, just make. Psst, I see dead people. Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't that something P-Rest, that's for bitchin'. You Malibu most wanted, ain't no law boy, you ball boy. Fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy. Nigga better straighten they posture. Got famous all up in contact. Might write this with a doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow like he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central. Nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the road label on me. I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin. in music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie, he is 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Hey, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your first street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Hey, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.